Welcome back to Brother Main Sudoku. I do hope it's a great time for you, whatever time of the day that you are tuning into the Sudoku challenge. As you can probably tell, it is later in the afternoon for me here in Atlanta than I usually do my Sudoku puzzles. The sun is shining right behind me. It's a beautiful day. Every day is a beautiful day. Hey, a wise man once said, it could be wonderful every day. And if you're not familiar with that reference, that would be Chance the Rapper. Shout out to him. Hey, that's the whole entire guy. Now, this is a hard puzzle that we have for today. And if you're new to the channel on Brother Main Sudoku, what we do is we solve Sudoku puzzles for, of course, the ASMR experience, you know, the satisfaction of completing the puzzle, as well as some strategy explanation as we go through. Now, I will say that I'm not, for this video, going to explain what a Sudoku puzzle is in general or how it's solved, or go into any of the specific features that this, app offers. If you're looking for any of that information, you can find it in the preliminary videos of the medium and hard difficulty settings on this channel in the with commentary playlist. So those medium and hard puzzles, those first few medium and hard puzzles, but this being a later hard puzzle, I'm not going to do that. So, but I will say that this is the Sudoku app offered by Beetle Studio on the Google Play Store as well as the iOS Store, I do believe. It has a 4.5 rating, 50 million plus downloads, so very popular for those features that we are going to see play out, but I'm not going to explain again. So if you're looking for, but one of the features I must mention is that this app does highlight if you place the incorrect solution in a block. Of course, we're going for a perfect game, so hopefully that won't happen here. Bear with me if it does. Sometimes it's a careless mistake thing, but we are going for a perfect game, so let's try that out. And we will see that with relative ease, it is definitely achievable. But yeah, it does. If you do place an incorrect digit in as a solution in the block, it will highlight in red, which I kind of like, but I understand if you were looking for that typical Sudoku experience, more similar to paper, do check out a channel called Sharp Cookie. Her name is Sharp Cookie, very beautiful woman. She does a whole array of brain puzzles, so not just Sudoku, but in the description of her Sudoku puzzle challenge videos, I do believe she has the link or the title of the particular software that she uses, which gives you that typical experience, more of that typical experience, but in digital format. So great stuff, Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in and let's get that solution. So first thing that jumps out to me, of course, nice and easy. This has got to be a 3, right? And that's just the last thing that can go in this box without repeating. Okay, so we know that from our rules. We're then looking for an 8 and a 2, and it looks like the 8 is here, so we're going to take the 2 here. I am going to go kind of slower just because I made a few mistakes in the past on some of the puzzles, and for hard difficulty, it is hard, so it's going to be that challenge, but we should be able to get a perfect game if we just watch for where things have to go and stuff like that and take our time more. So we do have a 6 and 3 that are missing here. We don't know just yet, but we know that we are missing a 1, a 4, and a why am I not seeing it? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 4, excuse me, from here. And we know we're missing a 6 and a 3 here, so we can mark it. I'm not going to go ahead and do that because this one doesn't look like we absolutely need that. So, but you do want to get in the habit of that. So if you please get in the comments if you would have marked that there, just the annotations. And I'll show in some other puzzles, but I don't believe we need that now. We do have a 7 and it looks like 8 that are missing here, and it's just going to be a complete vice versa opposite situation. So if the 8 goes here, we're going to place the 7 here, and then the 8 right here, and we get a beautiful animation on this 3x3 square. So we're almost really done tagging out this top region here. Let's just stay in that tangent, stay in that area. We are missing then the 2, the 4, the 9. Looks like the 9's perfectly crosshatched. Just want to verify. Let's place our 9's right here. Again, we are missing the 2. Looks like our 4's crosshatched. So place our 4 right here. And again, that 2 then must go right here, it looks like. And then the last thing that is missing is the 3, it should be. All right, then we're missing just one thing from this column here, and that's going to be the 3. Awesome. All right, so we then are missing then 2 things. That's going to be one of the strategies you definitely want to implement. Where do you have the fewest blocks missing in either a row, a column, or a 3x3 square? So we do have the 7, it looks like, the 7 and the 4. Then we have the 7 that cross hatches. That cross hatching is where you cannot repeat. Again, we know that from our rules. We're going to place our 4 here, and our 7 here. And that's a beautiful, lovely thing. We then have the 2, the 8, and the 6. The 8 and the 6 are both in this row that helps us out. And then the only thing that can go there is the 2. Let's just make sure that we have the 8 and the 6 that are going to be vice versa in the opposite. You know, put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it. And that's a shout out to Missy Elliott. And that's a lovely thing. Let's then stay in that tangent. We then have a perfect crosshatch on the 7s. It's a beautiful thing. The 7, I always like to get a perfect crosshatch on my 7s. We're going to place our 7 right there. It's a lovely thing. Okay, and we're going to then get the 3 that then perfectly crosshatches. The only thing that's missing from this top row too. So we go ahead and put the 3 there, and that's confirmation, corroboration of that fact. So then we already have the 5, the 6. It looks like the 5, the 6, the 1, and the 4 again. Right, it's the 4 that's missing. And I thought we crosshatched to get it, but we know that. And then we have 2 things missing here. It's going to be the 6 and the 6 and the 4. Yeah, okay, 6 and 4, and then okay, so we just got to keep moving. Again, I believe we then have enough information. It was the 3 and then the 6 missing here, so we can place the 6 here and then the 3 here. Awesome. And then I believe now we have enough information for the 4 and the 6, right, from here. This has then got to be 4, and then this has to be 6. All right, you see that strategy I was coming in. It's just really a lot of opposite situations going on. We then have the 5 that then cannot go here. We probably could have gotten that earlier. I didn't see that 5 staring me in the face there, so we could have got that earlier. Then this is then the 5. Just making sure, taking a little bit more time to make sure. Almost at 10 minutes, not too much time. But you see that we then have one. We're remembering in this row that we had the 1, the 2, and the 4, right? And we have the 1 and the 2 right here. So we're going to place our 4 here, right? And we're just missing the 1 and the 2. Then that's a pair that's going to go here. So you can mark it if you want. Let's go ahead and get that practice, actually. You'll see how it comes in if you haven't, looked at any of my videos. Again, if you're absolutely new, welcome to you. You'll see how this 1-2 pair comes in. And I'll show you the logic on that when we get to that situation. But then we are looking for the 7 that perfectly looks. We got another perfect crosshatch on the 7. So we're going to place our 7 right here. We're going to take our pencil off because we know that this is the 7. We just want to make absolutely sure. I'm taking time to double check. And yes, this is the 7. Then we have the 6. Or let's see if we can find something a little bit easier. We then have the crosshatch of the 4. This must then be 4. We then have... let's see, we are missing the 1 that we know that can't go here, so then we're going to place our 1 here. Awesome. And then we are going to, we know that we're missing the 2, looks like the 6 and the 3, right? 2, 6, and 3. 2 and 6 are in the same row here. This has got to be 3. We then jump over here. We know we're missing again. It's a 1 and a 4, right? So you're going to see how that plays out with this 1-2 pair. And this is going to be then the 1, right? Because we know that the 4 can't repeat there. And the 4, finish that up, and we'll see if that the logic here was that you put the only 2 remaining digits that can go in the only 2 remaining blocks. So if you solve one of the blocks, you see that it's going to be vice versa situation, opposite situation within the 3x3 square. You solved one, it's either got to be in that place or the other position. It's going to be the 2 here and the 1 here, and that's a beautiful thing. Our autocomplete pops up, and that just says it's the last feature here that I will mention. It just computes that you basically solved enough for it to go ahead and take over. Complete, self-explanatory. I do thank you for watching, but I am going to take some time to explain a few things here at the end of the video. So I am a writer, an aspiring screenwriter. Again, my name is Theta. That's what I go by. And my real name is Nicholas A. Grant. That's my author moniker. So either one's acceptable. I do prefer Theta. Again, I'm a writer, an aspiring screenwriter, and I'm working on a few projects, a number of projects actually. And I do have an introductory video on my main page, Brother Main 777, that will explains my 2 main projects in the moment. So my main screenwriting project is called Brother Main, and my main just writing project is a 1,000-page academic text called Method for Correctly Conducting the Conscious. So pretty interesting stuff. If you want to take a look at that video, please, I greatly appreciate it, and get in the comments, with how you felt about it. Or my contact information is available in that video towards the end. You probably saw my handles pop up here too. You see Cash App at the top, which I'm going to explain in a moment. Facebook. Below it, please, I'm an open book, and I'm an open, kind, loving person. I love avenues and exploration of connections that can be made within time space in general. And you as the viewer, I do take you in the highest regard. Your opinions on what kind of puzzles you're trying to see more, your strategy as it pertains to the Sudoku channel. But I also do a podcast Mondays and Friday mornings, timed perfectly simultaneously with the releases of these Sudoku channels as well. And in that podcast, we discuss esoteric concepts, current events, personal experiences. It's higher elevated thinking to begin and end your week on a positive note. So please check that out, and then please like, follow, share that. And as it pertains to the Sudoku channel, please hit the like, subscription, notification buttons, all of my endeavors are substantiated by donations and contributions from viewers like you. So that's where that Cash App would come in. And if you're so ever moved, anything helps to keep this channel going, keep the podcast going, help me produce and publish my works and release them to the masses. Anything helps. $1, $5. So if you're so ever moved to do so, I would greatly appreciate that. And take care. And I will definitely see you in the next one.